Okay. Let's see. I have absolutely no idea if this is actually working, so I mean, if anyone comes on, let me know. Because I have no clue if this is working. Okay, so this is just kind of a test, just to try out some things and see what happens here. Don't think it's going though. I don't know. I thought I did that. I have no idea if this is actually working. I'm just kind of... Oh, it is working! Oh my gosh, it's actually working. Ha! Okay. Hi. It's been a couple years, I think. I'm just... this is really just kind of a test run just to try and just get my bearings on this again. It has been... Oh, good Lord, it's been a rough couple of years. So, you'll have to excuse me if this takes me a while to get set up. I will be working on some weaving after I finish setting it up. I'm just, yeah, just kind of working through this here, and hopefully this isn't going to be too loud. Let's see. Start playing some music here. Hope it'll come in okay. I hope it'll come in okay. Turn mine down a little bit. Turn down the desktop audio a little bit. Okay. So hopefully that's working okay. Just let me know if something's bugging you. That way I can try to fix it. Okay, so I do have a project in front of me right now. This is a commission I am working on. It's another scarf. Sounds just right? Okay, awesome. Thank you, MJ. I really appreciate you letting me know. But yeah, this is a arrowhead scarf that I'm working on. There's a story behind this one. And I figured as I was weaving, I'd just kind of let you know what's been going on in my life and why I've been gone for so dang long. So I initially stepped back away from the channel when I was about, I think 5 or 6 months pregnant. I was getting ready for my baby and, you know, just was tired and working all the time. So it was just hard to just keep up with that. So I figured, okay, once I, you know, got through having my baby and getting through the postpartum, that I would be okay. Sorry, this is actually a little bit more difficult to talk about than I thought it would be. When I was 7 months pregnant in February of 2021, my dad unexpectedly passed, and that just kind of sent my world careening out of control. Because suddenly I wasn't just taking care of myself and my husband and my baby that was coming. I also am now, you know, trying to take care of my mom and help her out. And so, needless to say, I've been very, very busy with that. But we're starting to get around a little bit. We're starting to get a little bit better. Yeah. Oh, you're new at the Arrowhead? Okay. I'm actually getting ready to start a new pass at this, so I can actually work on it from the beginning here in a minute. And I appreciate that. Thank you. But I had my baby in April 2021. She's actually born on the 21st, so she's got Oh, well, I went into the hospital on the 20th. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of sort of hoping she would be born the same day, but that didn't happen, which is actually probably for the better, to be honest. Yeah, I thought I had my baby, the worst was over, I can finally get back to doing everything. That didn't happen either. 4 months, about 3 months later, I started having really bad abdominal pain, nausea, you name it, I had it. And after about a month of fighting the symptoms, turns out I needed my gallbladder removed. So then I went in for yet another surgery. I am up to a total of 3 abdominal surgeries in my lifetime now, so that's been fun. And this is actually where the scarf comes in, because my mom came over to stay with me for about a week and a half to help me recover from the surgery and to take care of my daughter. She was 4 months old at the time, and about was she 15 pounds? She was 15 to 18 pounds at the time. She was getting big. And well, no, she wasn't that big. What was my weight limit again? I think it was a 10-pound weight limit, and she was right around there. She was pretty big for a 4-month-old. But yeah, she came over for about a week and a half and helped me take care of her around the house, because Austin still had to work. He couldn't get time off. And she got some friends of hers to take care of her 2 cats. And that's where the scarves come in, because the scarves are actually in payment of their help in taking care of my mom's cats. It's been a bit, I'm quite a bit overdue, because just everything else that has been happening in life. If you've seen my streams before, you'll know that I usually have a companion during these videos. I also recently had to put my cat Loki down. He had feline urinary tract disease, and it was too much. We couldn't get it cleared up, and I didn't have enough money for the permanent solution, which is surgery. So we had to make the hard decision to put him down and just not let him be in pain anymore. So that's also kind of a pretty recent thing going on right now. But hey, you do what you gotta do, right? But anyway, I think hopefully I am through all the crazy stuff that's been going on in my life, and I'm hoping to get back into doing the videos and doing the live streams and just getting back into life in general. But okay, where am I at here? All right, gotta make some adjustments here for this scarf. Okay, so I just finished this point here. People who are watching, I'll try to move this so that you can see it better, maybe. Okay, hopefully you can see that okay. All right, so for this particular scarf, this is pretty high thread count. I think it's, I'm trying to remember how many it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Okay, so it is a 66 thread count of extra chunky yarn. And I believe I have 26 and 40. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh no, correction. I've got 30 of the light blue, and then I have 36 of the dark blue. I am restarting the arrow, basically finishing the point of, here, let me pop this up a little bit higher. There we go. Okay, so basically I'm going to be finishing the point here. So this is where I finished the previous point. It started the top of that arrow, and now I'm going to be going down and finishing the point. And with arrowheads in particular, for me, I like doing something that just kind of helps with just kind of keeping everything together. And so I like having 2 last threads of the dark blue in the middle that I can cross and weave out to the edges, just to kind of hold everything a little bit more tightly together versus having an interlock there in the or having 2 interlocks there in the middle. So to achieve that, I usually go, okay, so I have the 15 light blues here. When I'm weaving over into the dark blue, I'm going to trade out with the 16th of the dark blue instead of the 15th. And then, so that will ensure that when I reach the end and I'm back into the middle, I'll have 2 dark blue threads left in the middle that I can just cross in the middle and then weave out to the end to kind of secure the middle. I have no idea if that makes any sense. It has been ages since I've actually done this. So, we shall see, I guess. Okay, let's see. What am I at here? That. What is going on here? Okay, there we go. So that's where I'm at. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to take the light blues, I'm going to cross them in the middle, and I'm going to weave out. I usually go from left to right first, just because that's just how my brain works. If your brain works differently, that is totally okay. And now when I get to the dark blue, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. I'm going to pull it through, kind of cinch everything up, switch it out, so you interlock it, like so, and then I finish that up. You just kind of repeat on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And trade it out. There we go. Okay. And the scarves with the chunky yarn, I like just kind of cinching everything up before I move on to the next row. And I usually just pass my fingers in between, just kind of give it a good tug. Not too hard though, you don't want to do it too tight or otherwise it'll look bumpy. Okay. And then for the second row, you just stop at the thread right before your last interchange, and then you interlock it, and then continue on. Oh gosh, I still have such a hard time with trying to get angles right on this thing. There we go. I think that's a little better. And as always, if you have any other questions, just let me know in the chat. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. Oh, thank you, MJ. Yeah, go ahead. Both interchanges be on the top or bottom thread, or is one top, one bottom thread? It's usually one top and one bottom. So I'm actually getting close to my interchange here so you can see. So here it's actually the bottom thread. See how it's going underneath the previous row? So it'd be over and then under, and then you would switch it. And then you would keep going. Do one more, get the row on the other side just so you can see it. Now watch this be the time I'm proven wrong. That would be my luck. Just get over there real quick. And then see, when I got to here, this is where my other interchange was. This time I'm going, it's the thread that's on top of the previous row. And then you would flip that out. And then keep going. So it's kind of like especially with how you work your warp back into your weft. So on one side I have where my previous row goes under the new row, and then the new row goes up. But whereas on this side, it's the other way around. Previous row goes over the new row, and then the new row goes up to weight. So I hope that answers your question. Hopefully you could see that. I don't have the best quality of cameras, but yeah, that's pretty much how it is. So depending on, because it changes from piece to piece depending on thread count and everything else. But for this piece in particular, this side I go under, it's the thread on the bottom, and on this side is the thread that's on top. And yeah, hopefully that works. If both of your interlocks are on top on either side, you might have a little bit of a problem later on, or you might have one side that's uneven. That's really the only thing I can think of that would cause that to happen. So hopefully that answers your question, and hope you have a good rest of your day. Sorry to see you go. All right, good. Well, thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Yep, definitely gotta love children. I love my daughter, but she's a pain in my butt. You have a good day, MJ. Oh gosh. My daughter hasn't actually seen, I don't think she's actually seen me weave yet, because she likes getting into everything that I do. I don't know what she would do to one of my weaving pieces if she interrupted me while I was working on it. Wish I could bring it into better focus, but you know what? Do what you gotta do. Fun part about working with chunky yarn is that you always get this. Always get the pilling. And it gets everywhere. And I mean everywhere.
inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts, but something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want.
go back to a previous subject that I was discussing earlier about when you're starting your pattern, about going that extra thread to the outside. So you can see I have no more light blue left, I just have the 2 dark blues. So that's what happens when okay, so I have 15 each of the light blue. Instead of trading with the 15th of the dark blue, I traded with the 16th. So doing that is what gives you that extra thread in the middle. And this is what I use to kind of pull everything together. So this one is just going to get woven all the way to the outside. And I do believe this is my last pass on this scarf, and then it is done. So guess what? You guys get to see how I finish up a scarf as well. Alright, here we go. Okay, and then you just pull that all the way out. Do that. Rinse and repeat on the other side. Go. All right. Okay. So now that that is done, I'm going to start with tying off some loose threads in here. All right, I'm going to pop this up a little higher. Okay. So, I'm going to look in here and find my 2 middle blue threads, like this. And I'm just going to tie these into a square knot in the middle. And preferably a square knot because they tend to lay flatter and look a little bit better. Then I'm going to tug and adjust everything. And then I'm going to take that last row I wove and then the thread from the one before it. I'm also going to tie these into square knots. And I'm actually going to make it fairly snug. So I don't want this to loosen up too much. Here we go. I'm going to tie that one off. Try this one off. There we go. Alright, now it's actually been a minute since I've done the other end of this scarf, so I'm actually going to pull that out and figure out how many knots I go through here. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do to the other end. And it looks like I'm going to be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that makes sense because 66 threads, 11 times 6. So I'm going to be making 6 even knots with 11 threads each. So I get back over here. And if you're wondering, yes, I have a new desk, so I don't have a need for the clamp anymore. Well, maybe I'll use it every now and then, but still. I literally just pop it into the little drawer that the keyboard is supposed to go in. I don't like it in there, so I have another keyboard that I keep up top that There we go. So now we're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we're just going to pull these into an overhand knot. I'm not going to pull it too tight just yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then this should be 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Use it to an overhand knot. Okay. So I haven't pulled them too tight yet, just because I just want to be able to have the leeway to adjust everything. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, now we're going to tie this one. There we go. Okay, so now that I have all my knots in place, I'm just going to cinch them up real quick. We'll try to make them look pretty. Here. Okay, now all that's left is to trim up the ends of this, just so that they match the other end here. This one I've already got trimmed up. So now it's just a matter of getting everything else trimmed up and even. And it would appear that my child has decided she's done sleeping. I can hear her on the monitor. Oh boy, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna line up those knots. Those are as lined up as they're going to get. pretty good. I'll take it. Okay, so that is pretty much all that I had planned for today. I'm just trying to kind of get back into the swing of things, but here's the finished product. This is officially finished. It's a nice full-size scarf here. I'm hoping the person this is going to really enjoys it because I kind of want to keep it. Anyway, this one is actually part of a pair. It's going to a mother and son duo who helped my mom out when I was recovering from surgery. So the other one, it's up here. Okay, this is the other one I did. I finished just a few months back. This one, so the boy this one's going to is rather fond of Star Wars, and his favorite character is Darth Maul, of course. So, of course I had to try and do a Darth Maul themed scarf. I really had to remember to try and get a photograph of this before I give this away, because this one is just... This one's awesome too, and I kind of don't want to give it away. But, yeah, so these are just a couple pieces that I've done. This is a combination pattern of arrowhead and assumption. So, and the pattern changes and it varies every row pretty much. But, yeah, this one, I absolutely love this one. Anyway, that's all I've got for today, and maybe I can knock out another video during that time next week. We'll see. Anyways, for any of you who are watching, thanks for joining me. Thanks for putting up with me as I try to figure out technical difficulties, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Toodles.